Hi there, it's James at Dorsch here once again in Green Bay. Last week we did a lease renewal event where we targeted customers that were coming doing lease with us between now and the end of May. We're targeting a bunch of people to come in and kind of go through their options. One of the questions that we get asked quite often is, what happens to my car when my lease is done? So I wanted to walk outside. I'm actually out back in our body shop right now. We store all of our vehicles back here before the auctions pick them up. So let's kind of talk about this on a side note. At the end of your lease, you'll have a purchase option price. Let's throw a number out there. Let's say it's $20,000, whatever your buyout is at the end of the term. You have the opportunity to keep that vehicle. As a dealership or any dealership you bring your vehicle to, they have the same opportunity to keep it. They have to pay the same price that you do. A lot of people think that, you know, at the end of the term, dealerships can negotiate the lease in value, that kind of thing. What a lot of people don't understand is at the end of the lease of that buyout $20,000, if you don't buy the vehicle as a dealership, we look at that vehicle many times or more often than not. We usually don't keep the car. The trade value in that vehicle typically is far less than what that purchase option price is at the end of the term. Now, every now and then with really, really low miles, really nice equipment, you take really good care of the car, maybe it's something that we keep at the end of the term, but it's pretty rare. I would say probably less than 20% of the time. So that said, behind here, I kind of have a listing of all of our vehicles that we have coming due at the end of the term, and what happens to the car. So here's what the deal is. If you don't buy the vehicle, we don't buy the vehicle. The vehicle goes back to the lender. So what happens is you turn your vehicle in the next 72 hours, that third company comes out here to do an inspection on the vehicle. They look at the vehicle for a major wear and tear. I'm talking like cracked windshields, busted out tail lights, cigarette burns in the carpeting, and that kind of stuff. A vehicle that's 3 years old should look like a vehicle that's 3 years old. A ding, a dent, a scratch, not a big deal. It's the big stuff that they're kind of looking for. What happens is when they come out to do that inspection, they take a whole slew of pictures of the vehicle. It goes onto an online auction, and then dealerships throughout the entire country bid on your old car. The vehicle could end up on our lot, could end up in a vehicle or a dealership's lot in New Jersey, Las Vegas, California, Portland, Oregon. Who knows? That vehicle could have anywhere in the country. That's why when you look at a lot of previous vehicles and you're buying a used car, you'll see previously titled in Indiana, previously titled in Ohio. We try to keep them in the Midwest by all means, so we buy vehicles for our lot, but who knows where the vehicle ends up going. So a couple quick things here. If you're turning your vehicle in, 3 things you want to make sure you have. Number 1, both sets of keys. Both sets of keys, otherwise you can get charged for keys when you're turning the vehicle back in. The owner's manual. If you don't have the owner's manual, they're going to charge you for that kind of stuff when you put the vehicle back in. Anything that was added to the vehicle, cargo cover, cargo net, cargo tray, roof rails, anything that was added to that vehicle when you got the vehicle initially, you got to make sure it's on that vehicle and turn it back in. Make sure the vehicle's cleaned out. Any personal items that you leave behind, once the vehicle's gone, it's very hard to retrieve anything. Garage openers are kind of left behind. If you have a CD player, and most vehicles don't these days, but if you have a CD player, make sure you get your CDs out of the car, that kind of stuff. The other big thing too, to kind of bring up, because it's a leased vehicle, at least in the state of Wisconsin, you don't have a title. So don't go looking around for a bunch of paperwork that you don't have. The only thing that you really need, especially when getting into the car, is the current registration. The current registration is going to give you owner loyalty rebates, incentives, that kind of stuff. I can tell you on Kia right now, that rebate is worth up to $1,500. If you don't have your current registration, you don't have $1,500. So make sure you have all your paperwork when you come in to go through your lease options. So come on down to Dorsch, and we're happy to sit down with you, go through all your options. We got a really neat software system that kind of runs through, you know, what you did with your lease, what it would cost you if you would have bought the vehicle initially, if you want to keep your vehicle, what the cost would be to do that, and then of course if you're looking at getting another car. But come on down to Dorsch. Go through options, takes about 20 minutes. If you want to buy another vehicle, if you want to test drive some vehicles, you might want to budget a little more time. For me to sit down with you, go through the options. I have terminated at least probably 10, 12,000 vehicles in my tenure here. Kind of know what I'm doing, but come on down. I'm happy to explain to you and educate you a little bit better. So come on down to Dorsch, 920-469-3003. Otherwise, visit us online. All of our inventory is online. You can take a look at a vehicle that way, dorschfordkia.com. But come on down to Dorsch, 920-469-3003. We'll see you soon.